Oh, what a devastating game. It's not fun to lose chess. It is not fun. This is brutal. This is like torture to play out this position. Oh, young the rook. We are rated 17-15. A 15-10 game, and we have the white pieces against a 1683 from Sweden. I believe that's Sweden, right? Sweden. And we have an e4, e5 game. I'm gonna play knight f3. And, ooh. Okay. I guess we're doing this. So we're going here. Playing queen here. And we're going to have a pretty symmetrical position, I think, after I kick the knight. Yeah, he's going to go here. Take. I'm going to play bishop here. He's going to castle. I'm going to castle. Yep. Let me see. Castle. We're in a completely symmetrical position, but it's black to move. So I wonder if this is an opening success for black, because like he now has the tempo. He has his tempo back. I had a blitz game in this position earlier today, and I played rook e1, c3, d4. And my opponent played a setup like bishop f5, bringing the knight out. I believe he played this move, h6. Okay. But he's going to go for the fianchettoed setup here. We could just continue being symmetrical. It seems like a pretty good idea to have the bishop on this diagonal. But I wonder if he can just shut down my bishop with moves like this. I'm gonna play rook e1. And he's gonna fianchetto. I don't know if I want the knight on c3 or if I want c3, d4. Oh, and I just realized I'm in the wrong scene. Switch over to playing scene. Okay. If he takes this way, I just take with the bishop, and I'm living pretty good. Rook's under attack. Bishop's under attack, so he's not going to take. Now, I feel like I have a lot of moves here. Bishop d2 seems pretty passive. I have a move like bishop f4, knight c3, d4. I think I'm just going to play simple chess, develop the knight, use our pieces to occupy the center rather than our pawns. Where does this bishop want to go? It could always go here, but he just plays this move, and it's not really pinning anything. It does pin the knight, technically, to the undefended bishop. If he goes here, I play this move. Okay, so I'm not too displeased by this move. Maybe we can play it, get away with it. Rook d1 seems logical. Playing h3 myself seems logical to stop this. I mean, I would just take right now, but... And this is not really threatening anything. What about a knight move? Knight here? I take. Moves the rook, I take. Knight here. And he takes this way. Take. Let's start with rook d1. Both of our rooks in the center. Principled chess. I think at some point I do want to play d4 just so this bishop has more options. Playing like bishop c4, for example. Bishop back. And if I can get this bishop off of the e-file, I can double up on the only open file in the position, which seems pretty logical. So I think d4 is definitely a strong consideration. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I think I'm going to go forward with that plan. Okay, we just go back. He can't move the knight. If he pushes, it seems pretty weakening. I'll just go back. The knight is still pinned. So we had a symmetrical position, and he chose to fianchetto his bishop. And it feels like my choice to not fianchetto the bishop, rather play it out here, has paid off for us. Because this pin has been pretty strong, and he has committed... this bishop has caused him to commit some pawns in front of his king. So hopefully we'll be able to exploit this somehow. I could have sacrificed, take, but queens are off the board, and I don't know how sound sacrificing here is. So I think going forward with this plan is still pretty good. And now maybe the bishop wants to live on d3. Just looking into the opponent's position. Controlling squares around his king. But this diagonal does pin the pawn. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this. I'm just going to take back with maybe the f pawn. When I do this and move the bishop, he will be able to take the knight. So I'm considering knight d4 in this position. Take, and then my knight is landing here. And, I mean, it's threatening this, it's threatening the bishop. So, knight here looks pretty good to me. Now the bishop is kind of staring into nothing. Knight can hop in here. I'm not too sure which pawn to take back with. He does have a dark square bishop of his own, and he would be trading mine off. So that makes me think I should take back with the h pawn maybe, because if I take back this way, this dark square file diagonal is opening up, and maybe he has ideas of harassing my king, and both of his bishops could really become pretty deadly. So maybe this move. My bishop could find a home here. And that kind of stops his pawns from moving forward, which I like. But the knight could develop and just attack the bishop. I could lock it in, but I don't know. Okay, in this position, this is the threat. Knight f5. Knight f5. If this file opened up, I don't see how it could open up. I think our king is pretty safe, even with this. Okay. I do still want to do this. I'll probably, I don't know, bring the king, maybe. This just seems really strong. And if he wants to trade off that dark square bishop for my knight, I think by all means, go ahead. I think we don't mind that. Knight seems really strong there. If he doesn't take the knight, if I play a move like this, I guess he can take our pawn. So a move like this cuts off the diagonal maybe. So d4 cuts off the diagonal for his dark square bishop. It's protected twice, and it opens up our bishop potentially. I feel like this is a better diagonal for our bishop. And if he tries to shut down the diagonal, I think it also shuts down his diagonal. I could always play a move like this, just to challenge his bishop and take back the g-pawn. Put the king on g2. If he ever pushes, we just lock things down, and he no longer has the light square bishop. This seems pretty good, actually, now that I'm thinking about that. Because it challenges the diagonal. We take control of the e-file. If he brings a rook, maybe we can even play rook e3, and if he takes, we fix our pawn structure, bring the king to f2. I think I like this. Because he's almost forced to take, it feels like. He could defend it with like a rook, but okay. We see takes. And now the plan is to take control of the e-file. He should probably put a rook on the e-file right now on this turn. I could play g4 and then king g2. Protect this pawn. We have an outpost for a knight. And it would take this knight quite a while to reroute. So maybe we play rook d2, knight d1 to play knight e3. And have kind of superfluous knights here. If the knight ever gets taken, we can replace it with our other knight. And this is a huge outpost square. Now I'm even thinking about king g2 and rook h1. That seems very strong. And if the bishop goes back to defend, we take it, king takes, and we try to double up on this file. Whoa. Okay. I think that makes the idea of king g2 and rook h1 even stronger because the bishop is not able to defend. King here is interesting. I think I would just lock things down. I'd play g4. Keep my knight here. And then go forward with this plan. But king here, the rook would be able to slide over. I would always have this check at some point. This move seems pretty good to stop his knight from hopping in. Knight would only have this square. We have a lot of time to think. So depending on what he does, candidate moves I think are d4 and king g2. g4 as well, maybe. If he attacks the knight with the king. c6 could be another really strong outpost square. Like if he attacks here and then check and here. Okay. I don't like how this leads to this. A fork. But I guess king here stops it. If I do this and this... Oh, he could defend this way. Okay. I think king g2 is pretty good. If he trades, then I think our idea is even better. I guess when I do have this, he'll have king here. I push, and whatever rook he has. Yeah. So I do still have check. I think, though, I am going to play g4 to lock the knight in. Now I'm seeing if I move this rook onto the h-file, he'll have this move. Oh, this would be checkmate, actually. So here, rook over. I go here, he goes here. I bring the rook over, he brings the other rook. And yeah, we're looking pretty good. Okay, the knight is not threatening anything. So this seems like a pretty devastating move. Rook is going to have to come over. And then I play rook h5. Trying to play rook h1. I think he like almost has to play rook h7. Rook h7 or like run his king away. Like f6, e7. Yeah, I don't think that was the move because I play here and we're gonna get this pawn, no? Oh, the knight, okay. I'm tempted by this move now to stop the rook from coming in on e2. And d4 seems helpful just to stop the knight from hopping back into our position. And what do we do? What do we do in this position? I think we have to take advantage of the fact that his king is completely stuck. And we play a move like here to allow our king onto the e-file. And use our king to bully his pawns, maybe. This rook ever moves. We have things like check. I don't get the point of this. If he takes, I take back. And he still can't take the knight. So I'm thinking about just attacking the rook. I guess I attack the rook and he comes over here. I play check. Goes up. Yeah, the rook's getting in there, huh? I guess I can play king up, but then he has this move. So king here, rook gets in. I play knight here. I trap the rook. And now if he plays this move, I can meet it with rook a1. I think rook here is a mistake because I played knight back. And it traps the rook. And then I play king here. Rook has to go here. And then king here, and I win the rook. So this would be a big blunder. I think that's a huge mistake. So I trap the rook. This is defended. And then king f1, king e1 should win the rook. So I think his best move is to probably sacrifice the rook for the knight. Little power move. Remove the capture. Okay. So now I guess we attack the rook. Attack the rook, protect the pawn. And probably take control of the e-file. So he's going to go back. We play this, and if he trades, and he goes here, I play rook back. The knight can't really go anywhere. We're going to take control of the e-file again. Yep, I'm going to play this move. If he plays rook a5, I'm going to play rook a1 and still go forward with this plan. So we'll have our rooks. So rook takes, king takes, knight here. Okay, just trade. If he takes with the knight, I think I want to kick the knight first. Because whatever happens here, the knight's going to be able to recapture at some point. If it was on this square. Okay. So, take. I think it's time to move the rook. And we need to get the rook into his position somehow. And I think it's going to be via the e-file because it's going to open up somehow. It's going to open up somehow. Even king e3, e4 in this position. The king can't get in, which is good. He can't play this move. I'd probably take with the rook and then bring the rook back. Okay. The knight. If I play this move, the knight doesn't have any more squares. Is this annoying? Here, the knight gets in. He's harassing here. If I play this move, knight here, take. I think I'm just going to play c5 to stop the knight from coming in here. If he pushes, I'll probably take. Okay. I'm going to play rook here. If he takes, take back with the c-pawn. Undouble our pawns. Okay, now the rook is coming in. Let's play this move. This looks pretty good, but I think we just trade. And attack this pawn, maybe? And then we could play rook here to grab the pawn. It's still not so simple. I would love to keep my pawn on the board if we can. We have this move too. So here, king would have to go back, and then we play this move. Attacking the knight, picking up the pawn with check this time. King goes forward, we go here again. If the king wants to protect the pawn, he has to go back. King's cut off. So let's see what he does here. This move I'm taking. Okay. I think I just go here. If he blocks with the knight, I get the pawn. Okay, but now I get this. I think I will try to defend this. I think I will just play this. There's no more checks. This is coming. If the king moves, we get the knight. If the knight moves, I think we're in time to play this. Yeah. Take. And a rook is really good at double tasking, and a knight is not. So let's see, I can play check. I could also just play here. Here, he has this. I attack. I also have a check. But the king is getting over. I think we just push. If check, king e2. I don't know if the king wants to be near my pawn or trying to stop his pawn. I'm not too sure. Because his pawn's going to start rolling. But, I mean, so's mine. And we have this move and then check and make a queen. I don't know how he stops that. Right. Just go here. Now check is coming. And then a queen. see if here, here, here. It's kind of annoying. If here. Oh, okay, but now I just play check. All right, let's do a game review. Played with 90% accuracy, nice. That feels good. Play like a 2200, chess.com says. Let's go through the game. Yep, this is all theory. And then we have a symmetrical position. This is the Petrov's defense. Castle, castle. I play rook e1. Knight c3. Bishop here is good. Rook d1 is good. Bishop back, bishop back. Knight into the center, looking for this square. He trades and we take back with the h-pawn. We put our knight in that outpost square. It stayed there for a large majority of the game. And here's a miss. So what did I have in this position? I didn't have take, did I? Here, take, take. I'm not sure. D4. Okay. We played D4 eventually. D4. Take, take. Bishop takes, bishop takes. King G2, yep. And then G4 was an inaccuracy. I ignored an opportunity to move a knight away to safety. Should I have played this? Okay. And then King G7, and then I was thinking about Knight C6, but Knight F5 wants me to go right back. And then this, 97, King G7, it just wants to draw. That's boring. Okay, rook gets in. Rook gets in. That's the only move. And that's an inaccuracy, okay. It wanted me to break with F4. Wanted me to break with F4. So if I play F4 and he takes, and then I have King F3. Okay, that's a little weird. A little bit weird. Yeah, the knight. Oh, okay, and this is an inaccuracy. I should have played king here. Huh. That's a mistake, but if he plays this, don't I just have king? Don't I have this? He plays rook takes c2, and I can't take back? Oh. That's clever. Okay. Yep. Okay. Well, that was a good game. We're rated 1722. Our peak rating was 1742, so we're 20 elo away from our peak rating. Maybe we can get there pretty soon and pass it. That'd be pretty cool. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, as always. Bye.